Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my Parkitect Sandbox Park. Now, in the last episode, I expanded the park with this plaza over here with several extra rides. And in this episode, I want to make a transport ride that will lead guests all around the park. Now, it's always good to add a transport ride early in the development of the park, because it's always much more difficult to fit them in later on. And it's always much better to build your park around your transport ride rather than build a transport ride around the park. So, I've looked into the transport rides that are available, and I think I want to have a monorail that leads through the park. Now, I've tried the mini monorail, but it's really slow, and it would really be better for covering small distances. So I'll just make a monorail with some of these bigger trains, and I'll just lead it all throughout the park. I kind of want to have a station here in the center, then I can probably just lead it around the edge of the park. And as I develop the park, I will let the monorail follow some more interesting routes along several rides, and then I will also make some extra stations in the park. But yeah, for now I will just start by building a station over here, and I will just lead it along the edge of the park. Alright, I've opened the monorail ride. Now, right now it's still the most boring monorail in the world, probably. It will be good to see guys actually enter this ride. And as I already said, as I build more attractions, I will add more stations to this ride, and I will also make the track more interesting. I'll curve it around other attractions and in the themed areas. I wish we had some more options for the monorail trains, but of course I'm playing unmodded, so that probably also doesn't really help. Anyway, just getting started on the station design. Just did the lower floor of the building. Not really sure if I like this. I think I actually like it. So I tried to give it a bit of a look with pillars and stuff. And on this side, there's actually the paths that lead up to the station. Anyway, of course, I'll add some plants around it, and that will make it come together much more. Anyway, time to work on the second floor of the building. Now, again, just like I did with these buildings, I want to use a different color for the bottom floor than I use for the second floor. Maybe I'll go with white again. Not really sure. I'll think of something. And I'll probably give it a purple roof. I quite like the way it looks over here. And apparently it's a very reliable ride, because already after the first test ride, its restraints immediately get stuck closed. Very nice. Alright, I think the station for this monorail ride is now pretty much finished. So monorail still needs a name, so I'll name him in the same scheme that I named all the other rides. This will be Mono McRail Face. Alright, I think that's a perfect name for this ride. Might do a little bit more decoration, but I'm really happy with the shape of the building. So at the bottom you can see this lighter color. At the top I gave it a more yellowish color, and I tried to make the roof look a little bit more interesting by giving it some of these different shapes. I see I forgot some pieces, so I'll immediately do that right now. So I'll place some of these. And yeah, this is just to break up the shape of the roof a bit. If you only do a flat normal roof, that just doesn't look very interesting. So this looks much better, I think. Okay, I also want to fill up these spots around the plaza. So I'm just going to do a quick look what I can do to fill up these spaces. I might do some more shops, or I'll try to fit a ride here. I think what will actually be fun is, since this is around the main street and we'll do generic themes here, we could probably fit a car ride over here. Maybe extend it a bit in this direction. And then we can make some gardens and stuff around it. I think that will look cool, and will also be fun to have the monorail pass through it. Alright, the car ride is coming together nicely. I built a simple station here, just consisting of some pillars, some simple roofs. I tried to give this roof some extra shapes, just to make it stand out a bit more. So I put these base blocks with these nicely shaped roofs on top, with some of these fences around it for decoration. I think together these look really nice. So yeah, pretty happy with it. What's left to do now is to actually decorate the car ride. So yeah, I'm just going to put some gardens around it. Might put a building or a statue or two. I'll just see what kinds of nice scenery I can find. Alright, I think that's enough work on the car ride for now. As with the rest of the park, I will continue building on it a little bit off camera. So yeah, I think this ride really came together nicely here. So in the beginning, just a few of these fir trees and some of these rocks next to the track, mushrooms, kind of like I did with all the other rides. Well, the generic ones at least. Over here I made an area with a bit more of these flowery bushes. Some of these trees. I made this giraffe in the water here. It kind of looks like a Loch Ness monster this way. One of these pavilions which the cars travel through. Also made some of these archways. Of course, these little bridges here. I really like these fences. Here the car ride goes around this fountain with a lot of these flowers around it and these bushes. Here I made a section with some vines. I think they also look pretty cool. I made another one of these water emitters. They're always fun to have some interaction with your ride. And here finally at the end I made a little stone archway. The cars travel along all these rocks, and on this side there's all these tulips, and this gives the guests a nice view of the ride here. And then we're back to the station, which I've already showed to you. Alright, I think that's enough building for this episode. Now, I do want to add some patrons to the park, so that's what I'm going to do next. So I'll first add 3 entertainers, and after that I'll name them. Alright, our first entertainer here, we will name him. Now her name is Amy. Now his name will be Safi Adam. Alright, Adam, thanks a lot for supporting me. And I hope you enjoy your spot in the park. Alright, the next one will be this raptor over here. And his name will be Green Fielder. So yeah, again, thanks a lot for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. You will now walk my park for the rest of your life. Alright, and here we have entertainment Rick Mitchell, and we will change his name to Graffiti Maxa. Again, thanks a lot for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. If you also want to support me, the link is in the video description. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me build. If you liked watching me build, please consider giving this video a like. I would really appreciate that, and it would really help my channel grow, so it's always appreciated. For the rest of this video, I think it will be fun to follow one of these cars around on this track. I could also follow the monorail around, but it probably wouldn't be very interesting. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me build, and I'll see you again in the next video. See you later!